Scrappers, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be making a fall card. It's still pretty hot here where I live, but this morning there was like this little bit of crispness in the air, and I am so ready for fall. I don't like summer, and I just can't wait to pull out my sweaters and scarves, and so I am ready for it to be cold. Anyway, so I was in the mood to make a fall card, so here we go. I'm going to be using the Simply Charmed cartridge, the little boy Scarecrow, and he's on page 57, and I cut him at 3.5 inches. And for my card base, I'm using the Elegant Edges cartridge, and I took this shape right here. It's under Book. It's on page 25. I welded two of them together at 4.5 inches in my Gypsy to make my shape card, and that's this right here, and I cut it out of paper tray ink cardstock. And then I've made a couple layers. I cut another one of these out at 4.5 for the top, and then a couple layers for that. So I have a yellow layer that is 4.4, and then I have some pattern paper that is 4.25. And the pattern paper that I'm using today is from an older DCWV Amber Autumn Fall Stack. Okay, so let's put our card base together first. I think I'm going to do that. Go ahead and adhere all these layers together using my ATG. I have stuff all over my desk. Usually my desk is pretty cleared off, but this card took a lot out of me. Seems like sometimes I can just whip up a card no problem. This one, no. It's took me a half an hour just to come up with the idea. Kept searching through my cartridges, and I don't know. This one was I guess you'd call a labor of love. So my desk looks like I made 50 cards, and I haven't even made one card yet. Okay, so there's the layers to my card. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do this first, build it, and then I will put it on my card base, if I remember. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment first. And I'm using a sentiment from an older Scrappy Mom set, but it's a really good one. It's called The Charmed Life, and it's actually designed to go along with the Simply Charmed cartridge. A lot of the sentiments go along with the images from that cartridge. And I'm using Jenny Bolin Brown Sugar ink, and I have inked pretty much all my layers and Scarecrow and everything that I'm going to be using with this same brown sugar ink. And so my sentiment's going to go right up here. Happy fall, y'all. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have some, let me grab my Scarecrow. Here's my little Scarecrow, and I hid all the little face tick marks in my Gypsy because I wanted to use the Peachy Keen Stamps Monster Mash Face Assortment, and I used this one right here. It's a 3/4 size for my little Scarecrow. I think he turned out really, really cute. And I just chalked his cheeks and added some freckles, and I colored in his nose yellow. So he's going to go right about there. Before I hair him down, I'm going to build some around him. I used, for the very first time, one of these Martha Stewart punches that come with the little stamps. And this one is the pumpkin. So you punch it out, and then it comes with little stamps that you can stamp onto the punch. And so I punched it out, and then I stamped the little pumpkin lines on it. So I'm going to, let's see, grab my Zig 2-way glue pen. And I had somebody recently ask where I get these pens. I get mine at Michael's. I've seen them at, or Joann's. I've seen them online. Pretty much any place that carries craft items. I'm just attaching my little pumpkins. And I have a third pumpkin that I'm going to, if I can pick it up, pop it up right down here. But I wanted to dress up my, oops, I thought that was stuck down. I wanted to dress up my pumpkins a little bit. You know what, I'll do that after I tear them down. I'm going to pop this little pumpkin up. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to pop him up. Nah, I think I'm just going to, oops, leave him flat. I just wanted that one pumpkin to kind of stand out. Oh, my battery's dying. I hope I can finish. Okay, what I want to do for my little pumpkins is add some little vines and leaves to them. If my battery runs out, there will be a picture at the card at the end of the video. I forgot that my son was using it. Okay, so I'm just taking some mini glue dots and I'm just sticking them right at the base of the stem on the pumpkin. Let me do one. And then I've just taken some very thin, small strips of green cardstock. It's the same green that I used on my Scarecrow. And I've just twisted them around my paper piercer. And I showed how I do it in my my last video, the little pumpkin treat box. I'm just sticking those down, and then I'm going to stick a little leaf. I think I'm going to stick this leaf up. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to it because I kind of covered most of that glue dot. And where I'm getting my leaves from is the Martha Stewart Leaf Border Punch. Okay, so I'm going to grab another glue dot. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera off because I am running out of time. But I'm going to finish adding these little decorative pieces to my pumpkins, and then I've cut out more of those leaves in different pattern paper from that stack, and I'm going to add some leaves around my card. I'll put it all together, and then I'll show you at the end of the video. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back with my final card, and what I did was I finished off with my little pumpkins with the vines and the leaves. Added a few leaves randomly around the card to the Scarecrow's hat. And then I added some brown brads to his little overalls. I am so happy with this card. It was worth all the problems I went through to get it finished. And I even did a little to the inside. I just added another yellow layer. Cut it the same size I did the other one. And then I just stamped the little pumpkin, the Martha Stewart pumpkin, and then added a little orange leaf. So that is my fall card, and like I said, I can't wait for fall. I'm so excited. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a blessed day.